Hello, everyone. Welcome to the course of Water Pollution Control Technology. I am your lecturer Lu Xiaoneng. Today we will study the sources, characteristics and hazards of urban sewage. The first section, the source and characteristics of urban sewage. First, domestic sewage is the sewage produced by people's daily life, mainly from houses, institutions, schools, hospitals, stations, docks and industrial enterprises. It is the general name of all kinds of sewage discharged from water activities such as washing, showering, washing clothes and flushing toilets. Its water quantity and quality have obvious diurnal periodicity and seasonal periodicity. Domestic sewage contains many organic matters, such as protein, animal and vegetable fats, various carbohydrates, urea, ammonia, nitrogen and phosphate, and various pathogenic microorganisms that often appear in feces, etc. The second category, industrial wastewater, refers to the wastewater produced in the process of industrial production, mainly from production workshops, industrial and mining enterprises and other places. According to the pollution degree, it can be divided into production wastewater and production sewage. Production wastewater refers to water which is only slightly polluted or whose water temperature increases during use. This water can be recycled or discharged into water bodies, such as cooling water, after simple treatment. The production sewage refers to the water which is seriously polluted in the use process. Some of these waters contain a lot of organic matter. Some contain harmful and toxic substances. Some contain synthetic organic chemicals. Some contain radioactive substances, etc. Simple treatment can't restore water quality. If it is not properly handled and disposed of, it will seriously pollute the environment and endanger people's health, such as petrochemical, food processing, metallurgical building materials and other industrial production processes. Discharged sewage. The third category is precipitation. Precipitation refers to the melted water of rain, snow, hail, frost, etc. The part of precipitation entering the urban sewage pipe network or river pipe network. Precipitation is greatly affected by seasonal climate. There are many pollutants in the initial rainwater, and sometimes the pH value is low. Section 2. Main pollutants in sewage and their harms. The first category, organic pollutants. Organic pollutants include biodegradable organic matter. Biodegradable organic matter refers to the organic pollutants in sewage which are easily degraded by microorganisms, such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, etc. These organic pollutants are unstable in nature. Aerobic decomposition will consume dissolved oxygen in water and lead to deterioration of water quality. The second category is refractory organic matter. Chemical properties of refractory organic pollutants are stable. It is not easy to be degraded by microorganisms. It mainly includes some synthetic chemicals, cellulose, lignin and other plant residues. This kind of substance has strong chemical stability. It can be enriched in organisms, and most of them have strong trisogenicity, teratogenic, carcinogenic, mutagenic. It has great toxic effect on water environment and human beings. The second category is inorganic pollutants. The first category is granular inorganic pollutants. Sewage often contains inorganic particles such as gravel and slag. They are often mixed with organic particles to form suspended solids or suspended solids. These inorganic particles themselves have no direct toxic effect, but it affects the physical properties such as transparency and flow pattern of water body. It will weaken the self-purification function of water body and cause fish to die in ventricle. Second, acid and base pollutants. Domestic sewage is generally neutral or weakly alkaline, with pH value of 6 to 9. Industrial wastewater is varied. Among them, many industrial wastewater will be strongly acidic or alkaline. Acid wastewater has corrosive effect on metal and concrete structural materials. Alkaline wastewater is easy to produce foam, which makes soil saline and alkali. Third, plant nutritional inorganic substances. Nitrogen and phosphorus are plant nutrients. It is a precious substance for the growth of higher plants. It is also the growth matrix of algae in natural water. Under the condition of suitable illumination and other conditions, nitrogen and phosphorus in water can make algae grow excessively. In the subsequent algae death and the attendant heterotrophic microbial metabolic activity, dissolved oxygen in water is likely to be exhausted, causing deterioration of water quality and destruction of water ecological environment structure. IV. Inorganic salt pollutants. The first, sulfate and sulfide. Sulfate and sulfide will consume dissolved oxygen in water and produce metal sulfide precipitation. Second, chloride. Chloride will corrode pipelines and inhibit the growth of environmental microorganisms. Third, non-heavy metal inorganic toxic substances, such as hydrides. Hydrides are highly toxic. Arsenide can cause central nervous system disorder and so on. Versus heavy metals. Heavy metals refer to metals with atomic numbers of 21 to 83 or metals with relative density greater than 4. The heavy metals in sewage are mainly mercury, chromium, lead, chromium, zinc, copper, nickel, tin and so on. As non-ferrous metals, heavy metals are widely used in human production and life. This situation leads to the existence of various heavy metal pollution sources in the environment. First, mercury. Mercury has a serious toxic effect on human body. It can be divided into inorganic metal mercury and organic mercury. Second, cadmium. Cadmium is a typical enriched poison. Cadmium in water is ingested into human body through food chain. Stored in liver, kidney and bone, it is difficult to discharge. Chronic poisoning of cadmium will lead to renal dysfunction and reduce the immune capacity of the body. 3. Chromium and chromium exist in the form of hexavalent chromium and trivalent chromium in water. The former is more toxic than the latter. It will cause nervous system poisoning after human intake. IV. Lead. Lead is also an enriched poison. Lead ion can be complex with a variety of enzymes, interfering with the physiological function of the body, endanger the nervous system, etc. The third category, pathogenic microorganisms. Pathogenic microorganisms can invade human body. Microorganisms, or pathogens, that cause infection or even infection. Pathogenic microorganisms are divided into 3 categories: bacteria, viruses and protozoans. It is characterized by large quantity and wide distribution. The survival time is longer and the reproduction speed is faster. It is easy to develop drug resistance and difficult to eliminate. Up to now, it is still an important type of water pollution endangering human health and life. The third section, the commonly used indexes to characterize the sewage quality. The first category, sensory indicators, including turbidity, suspended solids, chroma, odor and water temperature. The second major category, water quality index characterizing the content of organic pollutants. First, biochemical oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen demand refers to under aerobic conditions, the amount of dissolved oxygen required in the biochemical process of microbial decomposition of organic matter in water. It is one of the comprehensive indexes reflecting the degree of organic pollutants in water. Second, chemical oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand refers to the amount of oxygen required to oxidize organic pollutants in water with chemical oxidants. Third, total oxygen consumption. Total oxygen consumption refers to reducing substances in water. It is mainly the amount of oxygen required for organic substances to become stable oxides during combustion. Fourth, total organic carbon. Total organic carbon refers to the total amount of carbon contained in organic matter in water. The third category is the Water Quality Index, representing inorganic nutrients, including nitrogen index and phosphorus index. The fourth category is the Water Quality Index, characterizing microbial pollution, including 1. Coliform number and coliform index, 2. Viruses, 3. Total number of bacteria. That's the end of the lesson. Thank you all.